Shalom and welcome with Bindranowski. So today, a message about Zelensky. Possibly many of you have heard it already, but lately I dropped into this article about him, Zelensky guy, and claiming Ukrainians are God's chosen people. And just a few highlights before I come to my personal thoughts. He said, first, God is an ally of Ukraine in the conflict with Russia. The second, and he accused Russia of breaking all the commandments. And the third, the world sees it, God knows it, and we believe God has a chevron with the Ukrainian flag on his shoulder. So with such an ally, life will definitely win over death. Okay, so far the statements is a bit more in connection with the Orthodox Church in the article, but I leave it with those three things. So I tried to find actually Ukraine in the Bible, but apparently I can't find it. It's not there, nowhere. And of course, because in biblical times, Ukraine was not yet a nation, just some sort of land, whoever governed that by that time, if any. Yes, the Lord loves also the Ukrainian people. That's not a question. But in combination of his claim to be God's chosen people, I only can find verses that refers to Israelites and later the Gentiles who are grafted in, which are the true believers of the Messiah Yeshua. Common teachings say that Jews are God's chosen people, but this is not accurate. And Revelation 2:9 and 3:9 give some reference of even fake Jews. But about the Israelites to be the chosen people, for example, you can read in Deuteronomy 7 verse 6, 14:2, and in 1 Peter 2 verse 9, which is the last is about the grafted in. However, starting with the second claim of the Ukrainian clown, Russia breaks all the commandments. It's kind of hilarious, I say. First of all, the question of which commandments he speaks about. I doubt that he has even a slight clue about God's true commandments, the commandments of Elohim. And the scripture says, if you break one, you have broken all. James 2 verse 10. And there's anyway not a single person on earth who has not broken the commandments of Elohim. Some more, some less, but we have broken it. I mean, the claim might be technically correct, but he forgot. As he points his finger towards Russia, 3 of his fingers points back to himself. And anyway, we have all sinned and fall short the glory of Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh. The first and last point are actually somehow similar, so I combine them together somehow. Would you think God will be an ally of someone like Zelensky, who obviously rejects him and his commandments? What does he reject? He definitely does not love his neighbor. To wear the Ukrainian flag on his shoulder can only come from someone who had drank too much wine or is intoxicated with whatever other drugs. And I mean, surely he's intoxicated like almost all politicians with greed and hunger for power. Too many people already died because of his madness and the NATO madness. How many more have to die until he himself will see the truth of life and death? As each single person, he also one day will stand before Yeshua on Judgment Day. And there he can't ask the divided states of America or the evil union to give him billions of taxpayers' funds to buy him free from the pit of hell. Well, but now some of my thoughts on what happened. So when I read this article or dropped into it, even the headline enough, before I even read a little bit more details, immediately it reminded me of the story that is written in Daniel 5, where Belshazzar made a feast drinking lots of wine and praised all the gods of silver, gold, brass, iron, wood, and stone, with the final writings on the wall, Mene Mene Tekel Upharsin. So Zelensky might have been drinking also too much wine, praising billions of military money camouflaged as aid for his private pocket, glorifying the foreign guns, tanks and missiles and cannon fodder plus whatever. But claiming to have God as an ally the way he did, I felt this is blasphemous. Or like Proverbs 16 verse 18, pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. Well, if you change the God of Abraham, Yitzchak and Yaakov with the God of this world, which is the devil, his claim might be correct for himself and his fellows to be his ally. Though this God of the world will not bring life but only death. And one day he will know, but then it will be too late. So this message is not meant to be prophetic, so understand me right, though it could be. But I sense Zelensky's days as president of the Ukraine are numbered. And because of that statement, whatever will happen or whatever way, he will be stripped of his power, or when, and or even Ukraine as a whole. When I saw the article, I felt, that's it with a fool. It's over. Done. Bye-bye. Possibly very soon. I mean, whoever will come after him possibly will not make it better, but that's another can of worms I don't want to open. Not sure if this could fall into the category to take God's name in vain, blaspheming him, but it might be the reason for the finger writing on the wall. And time will tell if this was prophetic or it's just my own thoughts. And with that, I'll leave now here, and until the next time here on this channel or in the air, be blessed and Adonai be with you. Shalom, shalom.